Hello, Radiant Soul. So great to connect with you. I love doing these readings for you, these tune-ins, and I hope they're bringing clarity and soul path support for where you are on your path. So remember, this year we are in a 46-10-1. We're in a 1 cycle, but the sub-energies are a 4, 6, and 10. So see how that relates to you. There is a lot about stabilizing but initiating, and this year the soul energy is really going to be coming through more to nudge, to guide, to push in some cases, people making the changes that you need to make. So there's a lot about transparency coming up. The guides have said focus on optimization, and I'm seeing that even in the world predictions that I do on the earth plane, with things being optimized in health, education, optimizing through things like augmented reality or AI, or making things more, on a, I can't think of the word now, rotating, automation. So because we're really going to be asked to get more comfortable in the space, and then ask yourself what is holding you back, or why are you holding yourself back? Because there will be something that you can do. And remember, the seeds of change are in the old, right? The seeds of change are in the existing circumstances. What you need to learn, where you're at, are in your existing circumstances. But there are ways to grow or outgrow or move beyond any kind of limitation. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a check-in here. Let's see what we've got here. I think blue with blue. This is soul story number 1. You've got the horse. Soul story number 2, lioness. And I don't know what these are, but soul story number 3, I'm getting that one. Okay. All right, so light. So let's connect in. Just in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, begin to connect in through the breath. Relax the body wherever you are. And let the body just really almost become limp. Now, obviously, if you're driving or doing something, you can't do that. You can just simply, with eyes open or eyes closed, bring your awareness into that space in between your in-breath and out-breath, and center inside. Just going deeper into that organizing principle through the soul. There's an organizing vortex of energy. It's a principle of consciousness made manifest, like an intersection. And so begin to go deeper inside, and then as you go deeper inside, begin to extend and expand from your awareness into your awareness of awareness above the crown chakra, extending through the higher self, and then extending through the soul star chakra, getting into the infinite space, the continuum of the all that is of creation, recreation, recreating. And then become aware of the bottom half of the body. Become aware of the chakras at the lower half of the body. Extending your awareness, sensory perception through the soles of the feet into the earth, extending through the earth into the earth star chakra. And feeling an extension and expansion through the earth. And feel extension and expansion through all energy bodies. And choose the card or agates that most resonate for you. Okay, beautiful soul. Hello, welcome. So you have the horse here. Horse has a lot to do with power, horsepower, empowerment, but you've got take up the reins of your life. So one of the things that you're being asked to do is to follow light where the clarity is. Some of you are getting messages, maybe you're following through, maybe you're not. Some of you, I feel, are not. Something is becoming clearer and clearer, and you perhaps are needing the support. And I'm hearing the power is within you. You have this level of empowerment to literally take up the reins of your life. So I would suggest for you, read up on horse medicine, the archetypal energy of horse. Horses are independent, but they also have their horse family, right? They also connect. They not only sometimes are in a barn, but they're in a corral. So they can be very solitary, but they can also be very much a part of a, collective. And so there could be something also I'm hearing for you about reining in your power, making sure that you're not having power over, overpowering someone, or make sure you're not being overpowered. So what I'm seeing for you, what's coming up for you, I would say the rest of this year, but it could be the next 3 to 6 months. It's very highlighted is this whole idea of power and empowerment. Power, how do you force, or are you working with the force? Are you working through alignment? And what is power for you? So a lot of that is going to come up, and getting to some kind of clarity and understanding of your own power, and even stepping into, I just heard the boots, step into the shoes. You're just stepping in to a bigger focus for yourself, or bigger understanding, or perhaps for some of you it's even an intuitive awareness or new understanding of yourself or life or your path. And now you need to live this out more. Okay, so lights, you got to live this out. Let's put that there. And what is this? Power. Okay. I never remember what these are because I don't use them, but power, the blue. And so understanding that spirit, your spiritual energy, is part of your power. Okay, so take a look at that and tune in. Is power an issue for you? It's something you're getting to know. What is true power? Is beyond what we own or attain. It's beyond status. It's our spiritual connection. And in some degree, you're meant to ground and center this power. See, I'm getting with you is really to feel, no matter where you are in your life or what's going on, you do have the power. You do have the power to change. You do have the power to say, hey, I want support. I need help. I need support. Or what do I need to do this? And also the power is your connection through nature. Some of you may even have a cat or little animal being, a little furry being. But it's like, let your instinctual awareness both connect in through your instinctual awareness and feel the interconnectedness of you, life, whether through energy work, Reiki, just tuning into the universe, into nature. Nature is really important for you right now. You can get a lot of clarity by being more in nature or natural settings. It's the messages to get out of the mind or the head. Yeah, see, just as I said that, cleansing body and spirit. So both of these are cleansing. So I'm going to say that this group, it would be really good for you to do some kind of detox, whether it's substances, overdoing, overusing something, overeating, over smoking, over drinking, over something, whatever that is, but also that you may need to do an energetic cleanse, and you can do that even through the bath with aromatherapy. But you're also asked, sometimes a cleanse is just going out in nature and walking, or walking along the beach, letting those negative ions come in through the beach, through the water, through the sea, or being around the trees. So it could be both. It could be being more around water. It's saying that to refresh your spirit is a part of your power, your empowerment, your ability to also renew, your ability to shift gears, and to some degree, soulite, to change, your ability to change it up. It's like even if something is healthy, is something good food, maybe sometimes you need to just change it up a bit. I just heard if you're eating a lot of carrots, which is great and healthy, but they have a lot of sugar, maybe you go to broccoli or, I don't know, something, Brussels sprouts or lettuce, or do you see what I'm saying? So check in with your body. That's where your power is going to come through, in the water element of you. Okay, so this is sensing, feeling, and you've got this blue, so the blue, the spirit realm, but also the water, the nature. Wow, okay, look at this. Water bird, and I'm going to take the other one because look what we have here. Whoopsie. Let's put these here. You have water bird and water rat. Focus on your vision. So you're actually asked to get clarity or clearness of a vision, a new vision that's coming in, even if it's kind of different than what you thought it was going to be or what it was going to be on an ego level, you know, an ego understanding. And that's that. A lot of our visions are going to be shifted or changed this year to some degree. I'm going to move this up here because the soul vision is coming in, the solar vision. It's really important to connect into the soul of us and to be less in the ego aspect of us, which means that something about our dreams, our goals, our desires is changing, or the way that we accomplish our dreams, our goals, our desires is changing. And how can you assist that? It's all coming from you. It's not outside forces. It's coming with your higher self. Okay, so here we have this too. See, adjustments are needed. So you're a time of cleansing, clearing, adjusting, and to get out of the head about it, about out of judgment. It's like if you've been very electrical, like do and pushing through, then be more magnetic. If you've been more magnetic, then you kind of need to do more or get more into the electrical or the masculine aspect of you. So you're being asked to really be your own alchemist right now and understanding your energetic power, your empowerment, and the boundaries that come with, you know, naturally, your natural boundaries. So you're setting up a situation, I feel, that is going to be really good for you. It is going to bring in balance. This is, again, I would say from my shamanic tradition, it's a balanced shield. Oh, okay, healing the heart, which is interesting because I touched on that in the meditation. So adjustments are, so as you're connecting into your own power, your own empowerment, you're adjusting, there is this heart healing from what's come on before. This makes me think that could be a time also for emotional healing, healing the emotional body, the heartbreak, heartache, and letting some things go. Bring your energy forward. Are there attention units stuck in the past? Because then that is bringing you less energy. That's dissipating, there we go, dissipating your energy. So you're asked to call in your energy, which is your power and empowerment, to focus more on the true destiny of you. So look for areas where are you dissipating your energy? Where are things, where are you dissipating your energy? That's what they're telling me. Don't get too much into it. This is meant to be a shorter read. Where are you dissipating your energy and how? Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's do a little tarot. We did a lot of oracle cards here. Okay, judgment, the soul level, 20, turning point. This is one of the discernment cards, like justice, judgment, where we're going within. Even with the high priestess to some degree does that. The hermit, where we're looking within, we're weighing things out. And I've got to say for you, your true power and empowerment is letting go of certain things that are dissipating your energy. Whatever you want to say, is that holding you back? Now, Queen of Pentacles has a lot it reminds me of the bath because it has a lot to do with rejuvenation, recuperation. So this is, your power comes in through, again, the nature, the earth aspect of you, the earth, taking care of that part of you, renewal, rejuvenation. It's time to renew, rejuvenate before you go forward, before you follow the next cycle on your path. You need to do some adjustments. We've got the King of Wands here. And I would say these are two aspects of you, and then you've got the Four of Wands. Yeah, so you're completing a minor cycle here, Soul Light. And so this energy, the earth, fire energy, the feminine energy as the earth, and the masculine energy as spirit, you know, and it's coming into, you're nurturing this kind of energy. So that masculine energy of creating something new or going forward with some level of confidence. So these are two integration points for you at this time and brings you into your power. And this is, though it is a minor cycle, it's a minor cycle that with the judgment there that's leading to a larger cycle for you. Okay, there's going to be a larger cycle that you're going to be aligning to once you consciously become more consciously aware of what are the patterns. It could be too much TV streaming, doom scrolling, whatever's dissipating the energy is actually aging you. It's aging the body. We're looking at energy bodies here, right? We're looking at the instinctual awareness, the energy. So you're to call this energy because you need it to go forward. And then we have the black here and the white. So again, it's about this balance shield, the masculine, the feminine, the dark, the potential, the void, the becoming, the womb, and then what we can see. So what we don't see. And so the shadow, this is a lot about shadow integration, but the shadow, as a Jungian dream therapist and teacher, I'd look at the shadow not just as what's negative or what's holding us back, but what we're not yet aware of and have not integrated into the psyche. So that could be either one. If you're pushing and pushing and doing and over creating and over focused on manifesting, making things happen, your shadow is the ability to go within, to renew, to refresh, to anchor in what you've already learned, and then come out in a new way, a new form. So that, again, really for you right now, water, very important, which means the energy and motion, the emotional body, the emotional aspect of you is really important to your path right now. Okay, let's get a further message. Okay, you've got Sun in Taurus in the 11th house. Okay, so Sun in Taurus, this could be Taurus energy, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but the Taurus energy is renewable. It's slowly building. It's creating. It's definitely Taurus having to do with the earth plane, and putting your attention, your focus. 11th house, your path to destiny. 10th and 11th house have a lot to do with our destiny, our path to destiny. And so as you persevere, as you follow through, and as you take up the reins of your life more, could also be Taurus, the bull, you're taking up the reins, the lion, you're taking hold of the instinct or awareness, the animal instinct, the passion, just the energy in motion, your emotions. So looking at what dissipates you and beginning to let that go and moving forward into true power, which is your empowerment. All right, so let your soul insights mantra, as I connect into my own power, I am connecting into my own empowerment and aligning to my soul's directive. Lots of love and light. Hello and welcome. Wonderful to connect with you, Radiant Light. All right, soul story number 2, you have the Lioness. Protect your integrity. I'm getting pride and proud of something. And your integrity is your guiding principle. What brings wholeness? Now, integrity comes from the word integris, which means wholeness, right? Wholeness comes from the old French word ohalen. So there's something for you about tapping into, look at that, I almost get like a little smile here. Kind of like relaxing into what in your inner knowing. They're being really asked to connect into some truth, some new understanding that you have, and that's going to relax. That's kind of bringing you in your flow, soul light. It's moving you. Protect your energy. Yeah, your integrity, your energy. In other words, become aware, even if you're compromising, you need to compromise with someone or in a particular situation, become aware that you're compromising. Choose to compromise or not. So know when and where and how to compromise, or how to work with others, or how to work with a particular situation. Whether this is something in a occupational capacity, business, life in general. Yeah, for some of you, it's just even how you navigate life, how you move through your life. You're really being asked to kind of check in with yourself, the purity of your integrity. Like there's this wholeness, purity also meaning wholeness. It's not about, oh, I do the right thing, or I'm so goody-goody, or I'm nice. No, it's nothing about that. It's like, can I compromise with others? Can I come to a compromise and know that it's not compromising me? In other words, I'm not compromising my reality, even if I give in. If I go, okay, let's just do that, whatever. You know, if someone wants to do something else and you don't really want to do it, and it's like it's not a big deal to you. So you're being asked to not hold on to every little thing, like to just let something go. Yeah, let something go. This is a lot about an internal process for you, like just it's okay, just whatever. So know when, I just heard, know when to say no. Know when to say no, know when to say yes. Okay, what is this? Joy, okay. So protecting your integrity connects you into a sense of joy. You know what I'm getting with you, Soul Light, this soul group, what you're focused on right now on the soul path, is like your joy, your happiness is not dependent on somebody else or an outer circumstance. It's like you're choosing, or you're going to be, or the message for you is to start choosing to see and feel the joy no matter what you're going through. Even if it's a tiny, tiny bit of joy, even if it's like, you know, as big as this nail, and everything else is non-joyful, you're being asked to look at the joy. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason that you're being asked to focus more on the joy, or bring the joy, or find the joy in whatever circumstance you find yourself in. And the message I'm getting for you, it's an alchemical process. It shifts your energy. There's alchemy there. Okay, let's see. All right, Radiant Soul Light, what do we have here? Air magic. The message I'm getting is protect your ability to know when you know, whether you can do something about something or not. And you're getting this message from Spirit, the raven here. This is working with the raven medicine, the magic, being a conduit or a channel for something, being a seer. And the messages that you, or what you need to know, or what the confirmation is, going out through the incense. It's going out through Spirit. For you right now, even writing things down, or keeping a journal, or just writing down what you're experiencing or how you feel, can be very important and can bring clarity for you. Now, the next card we have here is Earth Magic. And so I'm seeing a little bit of a theme here. There seems to be a lot right now, which makes sense because numerology-wise, or numerically, the cycle we're in, again, is a 1 cycle for the Magician, which is all about balanced energy and, you know, manifesting, making the less ideal more ideal. It's about a lot of other things, communication, but we cannot manifest if we are not centered in the right balance of our masculine energy and our feminine energy. And characteristically, Earth is feminine, and the air, spirit, or the ethers is looked at as masculine energy. It's really on the more expanded or highest level of infinite awareness and consciousness, and it's one and the same, right? But when we start differentiating out, so this again, the integrity for you right now is being in the wholeness, not being one or the other. And I kind of think Soul Story number 1 had a little bit of this as well. So you've got the message, you've got the divine principle, but how are you going to manifest? How are you going to caretake? How are you going to take care of your body? Have integrity to your body, mind, that you have integrity for taking care of your body and your mind and doing what's best for you and in your life. But also, how are you nurturing your creations, the messages you're getting, the visions, the downloads? How are you nurturing those into being? How are you putting into practice on the earth plane? And there's a great joy. So I get with this group, it's going to be interesting when we do the tarot. Is there something that comes out about the Magician? You've got magic here, air magic, earth magic. So clearly you're being asked to look at yourself as this magical being, and in touch with magic, being in touch with the magic, the inner magi, right? just heard you're a steward. Okay, I'm going to get a little quiet here if you don't hear me. Now this is coming out. What is this? Oh, speak your truth. 10. Integrity again. Look at that. Some of you, this is speaking your truth, but it's also living your truth. Is there an aspect or a part of you that you've been hiding, that you haven't been showing people, other people, friends or family, or is there some new... Yeah, look at that. In manifesting your dream. Oh, I'm going to take this too because this came up. Light and shadow. Okay, this is pretty cool, gang. Okay, so water dragon manifesting your dreams. And the fire rat, light and shadow. Part of your path is embracing all parts of you, all aspects of you. How can you do that more? It's not necessarily that you have to scream it from rooftops. This is what I think, this is what I believe, or this is what I do, or this is what's happened to me. But you're moving into a phase of more of an integration, which is going to bring more integrity into your connection between the soul and the ego avatar you, the human you, right? The holographic you. It's your imaging is being shifted. Your imaging is being changed, which means there's a reorientation process taking place energetically, and it's quite magical. But you have to live this out. This is something that came through, and I'm actually going to put it on my Patreon. There, a message from the guides and the oversouls of why is it important that we take action steps once we receive the download or what we're meant to do. But there's a lot in the actual integration process, and you're getting that message here. You have to anchor it on the earth plane. You have to have the symbolism. You have to connect into the archetypal energy on the earth plane, and that's a lot of what tarot and oracle cards, right, help us do. We're anchoring what we've picked up energetically, what's already there in the etheric plane, and we're just making it visible, and that's manifesting. So manifesting comes from the French word to manifest. It simply means to make visible or physical. Actually, the exact translation is to become physical or to make physical. So I feel with this group that manifesting for you or creating or is look at that, brings you into a sense of joy. Whether that's creating, and look at on that card there, you've got the owl. Wow. I don't know why. I feel a lot of connection and power. I can feel your energy so light. It's, and then you've got divine matrix here. So what are you creating here in this divine matrix? I'm going to take this, a higher view of the matrix. The matrix is the design, whether it's the soul design, the earth design, the design of life. We are creating a new matrix. So it's going to give you a lot of joy to bring conscious awareness that that's part of what you're doing in your life individually, and maybe even some of you are joining with others. So as you're connecting into the light, what you can see, and the shadow, what you can't see over here, and manifesting it, bringing it more into reality. Now, for this group, the shadow is not going to be just what you call the negative, or, oh, I'm angry, so I attract angry people, or I project. It's not just about the projection, what you're putting out, it's also the perception. And I see a lot of times people that haven't integrated their leadership or power aspect of themselves, and so then they usually are trying to control others, or they get in situations where they're not able to use their power and they feel misused, or they feel victimized, or they're the assistant to the boss, the CEO. They really want to be the president, but they're always the vice president. And so that is a shadow. The shadow material of overly focusing on other people's gifts and not recognizing, embracing, and using your own. That's the shadow. So the shadow is just simply what we're not aware of within our inner psyche that we need to become aware of and integrate and assimilate. But we need to come into the highest perspective of this what we're integrating, right? Wow. Okay. I think, did I do Moonology. I don't know if I did it with the other group. Okay. I can tell you right now, I am like so zony with this group. I know it seems like a light group. You got joy, but I just feel like there's like this very transcendent, transpersonal, the divine matrix. There's something you're really tapping into. And some of you might be saying, I don't know if I can do this, or how am I going to do this or accomplish it? Or maybe you could also be in a place where it's like, how do I do my everyday living? Whoa, this wanted to come up in another card. What do you need to release? Yeah, what isn't fitting anymore, Soul Light? What is not fitting? Again, if you look at the higher point of view, that means the judgment is with love, tenderness, and mercy. The judgment is not judgmental. It's judging what's right for you right now at this time. And I really look at this face. It's a lot of love here, but it's very determined. So you can't get to your joy, your joy bubble. You can't follow that thread until you release something. Okay, I kind of want to know what that is. We're going to look at that more in a different way, Soul Light, with you. Every reading can be a little bit different. Let me see here. Willing. Okay, yeah, this one wanted to come out. Willing release underneath the divine matrix. So this is a willing release. Makes me think that something already in your life, you're already seeing, oh, I can't continue this anymore, or this is there's less energy in it. I'm moving on from this. Okay, what is this for soul story number 2? Let's see. Yeah, some of you, it's different things, but let's see. What is this for soul story number 2? What do they need to release? Let's get some more information and insight in for this group. A little more, I think we need a little more detail. So, yeah, look at that. There it is. 10 of Swords. The moving on. And you're being guided by spirit, Soul Light. So let's pause here. You're getting some kind of sign, symbol, message. It's releasing to go in another way. This is a cycle that's been complete, a willing release. Some of this is how you view yourself or how you see yourself or your life, and maybe it could be from a level of, victim or feeling more victimized or not having, oh my God, I knew it, this was going to come up. Didn't I say for you, the Magician? Wow, because you have Earth, Air Magician, now you have the Magician. Oh, I see what's happening. 7 of Wands, look at this. Wow. Okay, hold on, I'm getting the message. Ask and ye shall receive, Soul Light. There we've got. I knew this was going to come up. Okay, so I'm going to take more cards here because we've got this here. So something about your abilities and to choose your abilities of where and how you want to transform your life at this time. So something is definitely changing into how you respond to particular situations. And I almost feel a little bit of soul story number 1 with you because I want to say taking the reins, but I feel like it's like you have to speak up. Wasn't there something about, speak up, speak your truth. Some of you, there's something about your life circumstance or situation right now that you're being asked to, from your soul, from your higher self, this is you, to center and kind of plan. You've got the Hierophant here, the Taurus energy. You have Virgo, Gemini here. Uranus is going to be moving into Gemini, I believe, in April. Even though this is a timeless reading, I just feel that energy with you. Like you're going to feel more joy or more happier taking this higher view of your role right now, your role on the planet, your planetary role. And even though there's, inner work or work to do, or you feel like maybe I'm just making slow, gradual progress, or I started progressing and then things seem to kind of stop. They haven't. It's just been on a deeper level that something has been going on. I almost feel like you've gone through a lot of change, or you're about to, and that somehow has to be integrated. You know, you have to kind of, you know, we have to contemplate on the human aspect of us. We have to, even if you have an amazing, you know, session, hypnotherapy, Reiki session, or you do this great retreat, you shift, or you've been working a long time, and you all of a sudden you have this amazing shift, and then you change, and this patterning is, you still have to bring it into the conscious awareness. You still have to contemplate it. You still have to kind of go over it, process. Oh, this happened. Now I do this, that. That's just how we work. That's how not only our mind works, our brain, our lower mind, our brain. This is why repetition works so well in manifesting. It's like when you repeat, oh yeah, I am abundant. Oh, I am abundant. And then you start believing it. So there's something like that for you, and for you also, this protection, this integrity of all aspects of you. It's like you're moving more into the fullness of your being, the fullness of expression, and that opens you up into this level of abundance, which then you do feel more joy. You feel happier with whatever you're going for, whatever you're attaining. So this next phase for you that's coming in is you're going to start seeing some of the things you're doing coming together and working, something working out, something, you know, that you can look and see, oh God, look how far I've come, or look what I've done, or look what I created, or look what I let go of, look what I integrated. Oh, I used to do X, but now I do Z, or this used to bother me and it doesn't, or I learned this and I have this ability. So this is taking a conscious, you know, look, become more consciously aware. You're more consciously aware. That brings you into more consciousness. That moves you from just being aware into the awareness of awareness, that you are tapping into the higher self with this energy. Also to protect the inner child for some of you. This is protecting your energy, your instinctual awareness, your body, your energy levels, your own biorhythms, the inner child within. This makes me think that this next level is somehow you're going to be more animated. You're going to do more. You're going to do more in life. You're going to express more. There's more of you that's coming together. Let's just put it that way. Soul story number 2. Of course, there we go. Aries, Queen of Wands, right? Aries, Leo. Is that Sagittarius? So we've got Aries and 11th house. So we're going to see Mercury in Aries. So that is definitely speaking up and speaking your truth. Where did that go? Mercury, where are you? Mercury, and look at that. So there could have been blocks. There we are, Mercury in Aries. Wow, you could be a little in 11th house to the group online. This is about less censoring yourself. Like even, I just heard like, frankly, I don't give a damn. What was that movie? I can't think of the Wuthering Heights. No, but I can't think of what it is. But anyway, I just feel like there's this part of you that's like, devil may care. I don't care. Or I'm just going to do it anyway. Or I feel like doing this. Or I want to do this just because I want to do this. So Mercury in Aries, again, this is about your own truth, the integrity of you by being more aligned to your truth, not just speaking it, but living it. But you do have Mercury there. So you could be thinking more, I'm taking more of a risk, looking more, changing your mindset to less of a fixed mindset and more of an initiating, trying something new, trying more things, laughing. Oh, I learned that. Hierophant has a lot to do, it's connecting to the higher self, but it can also have to do with learning lessons, learning abilities. Like, oh, I learned that, or that's done, I know how to do this, or I'm not doing that again, or I know this from a deep level within, on a soul level. A lot of soul guidance, again, with this reading, with the raven energy, the magic. You've got air magic, earth magic, and you have the magician there. So this is, with Mercury in Aries, it's like thinking, initiating, trying new things right now is going to bring you the most joy. Initiating new things, reading new things, doing new things, trying new things. And I hate that word try sometimes, or I don't mind it. We had a guest the other day on my podcast say, oh, I hate that word try, just do it. And I know that was like a whippy dippy thing to say years ago, 10, 20 years ago. No, try something, because sometimes you try something and you don't like it. Like if you try a certain food and you just say, I don't like that, or I don't like the way this is made. You tried it. So give yourself permission. That's your integrity. Give yourself permission to try new things, new ways of doing things, new ways of expressing, new ways of communicating, new ways of thinking, new ways of being in relationship, new ways of gathering with others. So you're going to find a lot of insight, input, inspiration. You're going to find a lot right now, whether online or around people that are similar or doing something similar as what you want to do or are doing. Look around in your community, whether online or in person. Look around with others that are doing more of what it is that you want to do, that brings you more joy, and connect more with that energy. That's directly the energy that is going to carry you through Soul Light. Okay. Your Soul Insights mantra is, I'm guided by my own integrity and inner truth. I am aligned to the understanding and guidance of my soul through my higher self. That's of love and light. Hello, Radiant Soul. You got the Camel. I love Camel. I have Camel medicine. I actually have a rock crystal that is shaped in the shape of a camel's head, and that I got on one of my spiritual journeys and vision quest in one of my shamanic initiations, so that you know that you are worthy of love. Okay, the camel has two humps. So the camel has a lot to do with sustainability and knowing that you have enough resources, you have enough to see you through. So the camel doesn't have to drink all the time, it stores. So this is something about storing up, making sure you're storing up, or recognize that you've stored up abundance, you've stored up some experiences. You have a lot not only in store for you, a lot that's going to be happening, but you have the resources to see it through. So this group is a lot, yes, worthy of love, yes. But I really get with this group that you've got a long haul. There's something that you're doing that's taking quite a bit of time, and that you're going to have the resources. You are loved by the universe, by God. You are love itself. And so, of course, you're going to have what you need. Of course, you're going to get the guidance. You're not going to be alone on your path, Soul Light. I really get that with this group. You're not going to be alone. So if you've been feeling like you're alone, like something is not, you're having to do more on your own. Okay, dream. That's interesting. And look at the color here. Okay, let me connect into you. I just heard it's been a long haul, a long road. Now, what am I supposed to do? Okay, so if you've come here with that, it's been a long road, a long haul, what am I supposed to do? This is also about lightening your load. Now, a lot of you, what's coming up for you in this new energy pattern this year, this cycle, is your dreaming. The ability to now have the time to put your energy towards something. Let's see, what do we got there? We got there. Okay, I can't believe it. Right, look at that. Oh my God. Do you see that? Both of these came out. This was soul story number 2, air magic and earth magic. They came through. There's a theme. Not all the time this happens, but definitely with this reading, there's a follow through. And I think because I'm connecting into a specific collective through Patreon. So, wow, I just heard I will do another reading of Where Will You Thrive. That's coming through the camel. Okay, wow, look at that. Strength and resilience. Weathering the storm. The camel can weather the storm. The camel, what is it? When there's the windstorm, right? It lays down and it puts its head down. So, yeah, you're weathering the storm. Oh, wow, Soul Light, affirmation and growth. You're going to be okay. Wow, I just got a download with you. Big time. You have a dream. You have a mission. This group, you not only have a soul purpose, which everyone has a soul purpose. It's just manifesting you, experiencing, expressing the soul. You know, your soul's purpose is how you live, express, experience life. Now, some people's soul's purpose manifests in specific ways that are maybe to help or, you know, of service, or some people have a mission. You have a mission. I'm going to show this too. Look at that. Meditation for creativity. You're going to be okay. If you've been wondering if the recent changes that are coming up on the earth and in the world, how you're going to fare, you're going to be okay. You're going to be more than okay. And you've got both the cat and the doggy, this instinctual awareness. Now, cats absorb energy and transmute it. Dogs are very healing. They can shift our energy. They're very sensitive to our energy, so we affect them a lot energetically. Both of these animal beings are here on the planet to help support us energetically. So this is also connecting into these two natures or aspects of you. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah, you're about to grow. There's a new level, a new expression and expansion. I want to air magic here. Make sure you've got that earth magic. Yeah, your dream. You're here to manifest a dream, a goal, a desire. You're here to join with others. I would not be surprised if we don't get some people in the tarot section. Let's see what else we got going on. I'm getting excited about this one. Whew. Soul story number 2. Just woo! I got so spacey with that energy. Okay, let me just connect it. Yeah, weathering. Look at this. Soul light. Got streams of light here. You've got wind or streams of light there. So you could work with sound, tone, work with the etheric, work with the ethers, work with, you know, bioenergy alignment, Reiki, pranic healing, sound and tone, sound waves, work with sound waves, even vibration or subliminal recordings, hypnotherapy, specifically for this group. Sound is really, there's something going on with your ears. You're having changes in your ears of what you can tolerate, sound-wise, music-wise. I hope my music isn't too loud for you. Okay, let's see. Yeah, conjuring up a new, oh God, I love this. With this deck, what keeps happening is a card that I want to put back in, because I haven't finished shuffling, comes out. Earth Rabbit, in harmony with the season, but that's also growth. So spring is going to bring a lot of growth for you, a lot of change, a lot of confirmation. You're getting in harmony with your own biorhythm, and what helps do that for you is sound, tone, vibration, even working with sound bowls, a didgeridoo. But this is about fertility and abundance, having the money, the ability, the money, the resources for your dream. And whatever you're conjuring up, whether you're dreaming on your own and with others, some of you it's both, is, oh God, look at this. See, focus on your vision, your dream. Then you've got the dolphins here, and it looks also like a sea lion. 49, 13, 4. Yeah, that's what I said. The changes. You're going to make it through. You're going to make it through. Whatever you're going through, you're going to make it through this cycle that you're in. It's a very transformative cycle, and you have what it takes to get through. The desert, the sandstorm, the windstorm, the hurricane, whatever it is. And in fact, some kind of yeah, look at your smiling here. Finally, there's growth, I just heard. Okay, let's take this too. Yeah, rabbit, welcome the muse. So rabbit is part of your medicine here too. It's part of your totem here, your spirit animal that's guiding you. And you've got creativity here, meditation for creativity. I think there's a new dream coming in for you. There's a new vision. Something new. There's something in harmony with the seasons, water, earth, water. Water your creation, soul light. Water. Act on it. It's time to take action, act upon these dreams, these goals, these desires. Take action. Follow through on the dream. You have the dream, you have the vision. You now have to start following through. And you're meant to, I can't help it, I got to take this too. You're meant to help a lot of people. I think you know that. You've come here to help a lot of people, a collective, a group. And your dog again, they're loyal. There's going to be people that are very supportive of you, very loyal of your vision, of your guidance, of your leadership. You're helping people see things through, or maybe help even create a new dream. Could be through the ancestors, whether those that have come from you before, right? With that camel medicine, that camel connecting to that vibrational frequency. Light, love. Yeah, but you're here to do, you're here to create. This is not a group that's just here to dream or just to, meditate or just work on themselves. That's probably going to be always a part of your path. But you're here to focus on the new dream, to take that vision and make that vision a reality, make your vision a reality, or go join with others in the shared vision. If you haven't been joining in with a collective soul light of other people that are similar to you or doing something similar, you're going to. I kind of get with this group, you could have been working kind of a lot on your own, or haven't had the connections haven't been there. Full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Yeah, I just see a lot of shifting when Uranus goes into Gemini in April. Obviously, Neptune going into Aries. I think it's the end of January or the 26th, 29th, I'm not sure. And then Neptune going into Aries in February, and then that conjunction on the 20th. Yes, that too, Pluto in Aquarius. I've always said for the last 20 plus years, the bigger changes are going to happen on the earth plane when Pluto goes into Aquarius, and most importantly, when Neptune goes into Aries. Saturn and Neptune for the grounding, but Neptune in Aries is a whole new vision. Yeah, look at this. Conclusions, a fiery climax and a conclusions are within reach. Okay, let's see what we got here. Anything coming up or blocking? I get follow up, follow through. You're going to see some growth. Something you've been creating or working. Now, some of you could be working with one person, or there could be one person very supportive of you, whether in person or by phone. But it seems like a lot of what you're doing is guided by a higher calling, and you're kind of up front somehow. People could be looking up to you. I think I feel like this could be like, what's that saying? Dark horse. You could have been in the shadows a bit. People, okay, so this is the message, instinct. That's why you've got the dog a few times, the dog, the cat, the rabbit. Okay. Trust your instincts with what it is you want to dream and how you want to create this dream or manifest this dream. So your instinctual awareness, which is a type of intuition, this is also for the body, and that's also the feminine here, the earth magic is our body. So you're here to be of service. I don't care if things haven't been clicking yet or coming into some kind of, fruition or order of your dream. Wow, look at that. Okay, let's just go here. Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're getting some of what you need and want. You're getting the message. And okay, if you're wondering, do I go on? Do I go? Yes. But I do feel there's a refinement. Now we've got the World there. Five of Swords. Wow, this is a big shift. Strength. And the wheel. Okay, you've had to channel a lot to get rid of doubt, maybe depression. They've got Leo energy again, the lion. I've got camel medicine, the lion, the instinct, but not only a new phase, but you're pushing the wheel by following your instincts and connecting into your creativity. I'm going to share something. Creativity, it has a lot to do when it's an inner process. So when sometimes I get messages, I'm channeling for people, and they'll say, oh, paint or do this or that, or, go back to your painting. Oh, I don't want to be a painter. I don't want to do that. Or write. It's not to have a show, gang. When your higher self is coming through and saying to connect into your creativity, it's because there's a natural healing process that happens through the creative process. The creative process, or our creativity, our artistic expression, our self-expression, connects us, attunes us, aligns us to the soul. It activates our soul. Like you see an amazing singer and like, wow, they got a lot of soul, or somebody that dresses very uniquely themselves, that's like, oh, yeah, they're connected to their soul, or they got a lot of soul. So it's that aspect of you. So that's what's creating the changes for you. That's what's taking what remains and making it into something that is going to be helpful and supportive for you, your life, and for others. I feel like for some degree this has to do with service. Oh wow, did you just hear that? What is that? Beep, 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 beep. Wow. Okay, I have no idea what that is. Okay. I'm going to just show a couple other cards that are coming out. Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and we had the Queen of Pentacles in Soul Story number 2, and the Lovers, Gemini energy. So what's helping you, what moves things through, is your instinctual awareness. Trust your instincts right now. And you could also say intuition for the long haul. Like, I just had this gut knowing I need to call this person, or I need to do this, I need to do that. I just had this feeling I needed to do this. You're getting a lot about feeling energy, even with the, what is that, the Knight? Yeah, Knight of Cups. It's spirit. You're tapping into spirit and being guided. You have these inner reserves and inner resources. You need to start using them more. Okay, Soulite, I had to switch off the camera for a second because I started coughing. So, throat chakra, your part of your dream, your vision, I feel like a lot of you have been entrusted by spirit or by the oversouls or by ascended masters or other dimensional aspect of you, planetary, whether Pleiadian, Sirian, Arcturian, you've had a multi-level, multi-dimensional, interdimensional experiences. Some of you are aware of it, some of you aren't. Some of you sense, oh, I know I came here to do this. Or I connect with God and I know I'm getting guided. I have this, I'm getting guided. I know I'm meant to do this. Or my spirit team or my spirit guide or my guardian angel, I'm getting guided. You're going to be moved out a bit of your comfort zone, and it's like with people, with places, with everything that you're doing right now, it's really important that you connect into your inner resources, which also means your higher self, and also the abundance of the universe. So something is coming in for you, or, activities or people or connections, whether they're connections with people that you know, or new people, or just people that here's like an energetic transmission. Even someone crossing the street or driving, you'll look and have a knowing look. Or someone will be walking by you and you both will have this kind of knowing look. So a lot of you are being tapped in, or you're tapping into something very much on the spirit plane. excuse me, very much etherically. And it is the creativity, the higher octave. So you've done a lot of healing work. So this is connecting you into now expressing more from the higher self, that fifth chakra, listening to the guidance of your higher self, your intuition, your instinctual awareness, bringing your intuition into whatever you're doing, whatever you're creating. And some of you, this is just a whole new way of living. It could be projects. But again, timeless reading, but I'm going to say spring for you, there's something grows, some new level of abundance and happiness in, gosh, I'm finally moving forward, or this is finally happening, or this is finally taking off, or I finally have someone to connect with. There could be offers, maybe contracts. There could be just offers like, hey, I'll do this, will you do this, or I'll help you here, or will you help me here, let's help each other, or I really want to help you, I want to assist you, or I want to help you extend your life or expand what you're doing, or I have an idea for you. So there really is this coming together of more creative, more soul-connected people, a lot of soul alignment, and a lot of activation. Your next step, really, I feel like you are more and more soul aligned and more soul attuned, meaning attuned to the vibrational frequency of your soul design, your soul matrix. But now it's like, okay, how do I activate? And you activate this soul light through the muse within. You got to tap into that inner you, the creativity, the creative spark. It's going to come from intuition and insight. It's going to come from, I don't know, just paint a picture, write a poem. Just start. It could be music, sound, tone, working with light energy, frequency. But you can reconnect or connect to this part of you that you have already within you, these deep reserves, these gifts that are now ready to be activated. So I really feel with this group, it's a lot about a soul activation that is coming in for you, okay, or is in already. I know we say coming in for you, but it's coming in for the ego aspect of you, where you're integrating this part of you more to move out in some kind of leadership position. I would not be surprised if you have some kind of, group or company online. Maybe it's a YouTube channel. Maybe it's, something, or it could be just neighborhood, or maybe PTA. I don't know. Or you're the go-to person in your study group. Okay, Saturn. Wow, this is telling. In Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius. 7th house, relationships. Get on ready. Part of the dream is soul-connected relationships. Relationships that are destined to be, what do you want to call, karmic, dharma, part of the being of service. These are relationships or types of relationships where you can get things done, where you can create, where you can share, where there's a meeting of the minds, where there's greater emotional fulfillment and whatever brings that emotion. So you're gonna start getting the people that are helping with the vision, with the dream soul light. It is to some degree part of your path. It's part of your dharma, and you've put it. The karma is coming back to you because if we look at karma as cause and effect, you've put in the time, the energy, the focus. You've been tending to something. And now you're getting a little giggle because you're like, oh my God, it's starting to pay off. It's starting to come up. I can see a little sprig of what I'm creating, what I'm manifesting, but you're not meant to do it alone. You're going to have quite a few people. And for some of you, kind of a special someone. Now, is that, this isn't that kind of really that reading, but partnership. 7th house, Saturn, it's destined, it's meant to be. You're here to build, you're here to bridge build, you're here to create. Saturn, it's stable, so you're going to be getting more stability. That's going to make you a lot happier, soul light. That the emotional fulfillment through the work, through the greater work, through the growth. Affirm this growth, affirmation for growth. Soul growth, growth of a project, growth of relationship. So everything, I'm getting what's happening in this next level, and this is a bigger cycle. You've got 2 small cycles and 1 big cycle that's coming through. These 2 smaller cycles are creating a bigger cycle. I have to do with stability, and this is people that you can count on, that you can trust, that got your back, you got their back. They're here to create, to share, to collaborate. these are partnerships, that whether the clients or customer, these are people that are in for the long haul. They get you. They're supportive of you. Your work, your ideas, your products, your plans. And also, this brings in partnerships that could be also lifetime, long term. There could be a partnership that now brings more permanency, right? This is bringing in a level of stability and accountability that I can count on you. This brings in a higher conscious, focused relationship and or relationships that even if you're the leader or up front, there's that support, and then someone else can lead in a certain area. So there's a lot of transition into this group to what brings a stabilizing energy and focus on a community, career level. That the dream, the goal, the desire has something to do also with a strong sense of work purpose and creating something, launching, making something happen, and then being able to join with others. Okay, it could also be about being seen as some type of leader, or being seen for the growth, the changes that you've gone through and what you've learned. And a lot of you could be helping others also with their inspiration as well. A lot of movement coming in. Now, it kind of makes me think for some of you, I'm going to do this in another reading where I focus on relationships for 2026, but I kind of see you're on your road here, and past the disappointment, there is a new type of there is a new relationship coming in. That's part of your growth. Okay, Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra, the affirmation for you, this is an affirmation for growth. I am aligned through my higher self frequency to my soul design and soul dream. I am manifesting my soul dream easily and effortlessly on my own and with others abundantly and happily. All right, beautiful soul, shine bright. Lots of love.